I became a king. It's the R.E.D Poet, real, energetic, and divine poetry. This right here is my poem put together for Black History Month. You know what I mean? It's based off of how it's a story, you know what I mean, about how one thinks one way but then starts thinking different through the teachings of an older person. And he's interacting with this older person, and in the end, he finds his true self. But in the beginning, he's going through a real depressed moment, which left him open to learn something. It's called How I Became a King. Oppression is not a blessing when them demons keep testing the best of me through the night. I'm so part of these streets that I'm deemed demented because my heart became cemented through the backstabbing of a comrade's knife. They say pressure can bust pipes, but I ain't finna bust, so I'm sitting in this chair like I'm sick of life. Until I was told I used to sit on the throne before the invention of Rome or the misconception they gave us the biblical Israelites. Now I sit in this chair, ready to hear, ready to see the opposite of what is put out, because for now, I'm looking for insight. I take a U-turn off the streets and jump on the turnpike. I need to get on a highway because of low life got me living out slow days, so turn up the heat, because now I'm trying to hit the peak of 360 degrees Fahrenheit. Ears open, I'm listening. Sun rays of vitamin D, the godly cuisine for melanin. That's what he started to tell me then. There were kingdoms and universities during the times they began to capture many men. Mali, Ghana, Angola, Timbuktu, Jenna and them. To know how to conduct yourself in these hard times, this history I'm giving you is relevant. Well, give it to me. I'm at the edge of my seat. Stop peddling. We began civilization. What? Yep, we was the first civilized nation, which made us the first to end up with critics and haters, confused in how we advanced before the invention of pants, even before they stone ages. I sat there realizing for too long I've been existing in an existence of stone cold brainless. My relatives must have been innocent bystanders of my stupidity, for all the goals I was professing was aimless. I was hitting them with all types of bullshit casings. Little did I know that the material of my soul was so ancient. So what am I supposed to do with all this history you gave me? Use it as your blueprint to greatness. Go back to living as in a nation. Go back to being loyal to the people instead of wasting your time on a bunch of dudes who's really faking. You come from real warriors like the Moor Hannibal, the Maroon Cujo, Toussaint Louverture, the leader of the liberation of captured Africans in Haiti. Shock of which comes the Zulu. You see the lineage of your greatness? You can feel it, you can name it. Denmark Vesey, Christmas the Tuckers, June Diada, Mansa Musa, their war cries, you can taste it. Nat Turner, George Jackson, Jonathan Jackson, Fred Hampton, Cicely Briggs, the founder of the African Blood Brotherhood Organization in 1919 in response to the Red Summer. Come on, young brother, you can't be walking around knowing nothing. This greatness is even in your mother. Naya Bingi, Nzinga, two warrior queens, Nefertiti, the daughter of Queen Titi, the Candace Queens, Harriet Tubman, Sojourner Truth, Angela Davis, Asada, and many others. Peep this, youngin'. It took a man and a woman to make you. So if this is their lineage truth, then what do you think they produced? I jumped out of my seat and yelled me. I stand now in the image of my forefathers with the bloodline of warriors, kings, and queens. I now maneuver to the rhythm of the heartbeat of extraordinary human beings. Then I asked them, what good is this new-found knowledge if all our OGs is fiends? Only a few kept it true. The rest ain't teach us a thing. He said, I gave this knowledge to you to use. Dwell not on their mistakes, just believe. And leap your whole set to the next step as if you were born with legs made with hydraulic springs. I sat back down and began to think. Heavy as the burden on the shoulder of a young blood who has to lead. New to the weight of a crown that with experience strengthens the neck of a king. From that day on, I realized through my bloodline I was royalty. That's how I became a king. With the energy like 5 flashes of lightning. And to all my teachers who stood on the concept, each one teach one, reviving the original self inside me. Peace almighty. R.E.D Poet, How I Became a King. Shine love. Already.